decorate Easter. I have the Easter eggs out there and all the Easter bunnies. I like to decorate for every holiday, and luckily I live on a main street. Some of them are bigger than others. I just took down St. Patrick's Day, which didn't have that much, and I keep trying to add more stuff every year, and because everybody looks forward to each holiday. I have my Easter eggs out there. I try and put them all through the yard. Then on the house I have painted bunny rabbits and Easter eggs and carrots, and I try and put carrots out there like bunny bait, thinking that the real bunnies or, the real Easter person will be coming. I like to have something on the house all year round, and the next one will be Flag Day. And then of course it continues on into 4th of July, so I put a little out at a time so I can build up for the Americana, the 4th of July, because that's a real big thing. So I have firecrackers. So Flag Day is big with my dad because his father was born on Flag Day. So everything is red, white, and blue, and it's just a really big holiday for me because also I work for American Airlines, so of course America is a big thing for me. Halloween, I put mums out there in every different color, and I have well, they're not live witches, they're on a broom, but they have mannequin heads and they look real, and they're doing their brew in the front yard, and I have the smoke coming up like they're really doing their brew, and I have haunted sounds coming out. Thanksgiving comes the 27th, the 28th comes down, my Christmas stuff goes out. A Santa sleigh, and Santa sitting in the sleigh with the reindeer in the front. I have a lot of wooden big snowman, Santa Claus that's painted. I think it's a pretty big yard, but it's, kind of full now at Christmas time. But I keep wanting to add, new things, and I mean, it is like, wow, you come around the corner and all the lights really shine then. So I decorate outside for Christmas, but I also have a house tour at Christmas and invite people in for 4 days to see my house. And I have 16 live trees in the house. And we have lots of people come through, and it just gets everybody in the spirit. I love doing it, and I love bringing joy to everybody. And you meet somebody on the street, and I tell them where I live, and they say, oh, you're that house? And I'm like, well, I don't consider myself a house, but yeah, I'm that house.
When I first discovered that Karen was doing the house tour, she was in Salem. She had a 3-story house. And one year she says to me, she's like, Chris, I'm doing 20 Christmas trees in the house, and I have this open house and I invite people. She's just like, could you come over and help? And I was like, are you crazy? I said 20 Christmas trees and you're gonna invite strangers in, people you don't know. And she's just like, yeah, to catch the spirit of Christmas.
It's a small house. How she lives going through all this, I don't know, but she really can't do any living downstairs. It's for the public.
I'm Bill. I'm Karen's father. It's very difficult to anticipate when you start, it's going to be 200 people come or it's going to be 1,000 come. We've had as many as 1,600 one year.
Well, when you drive by the house, you always know what holiday it is.
I think he's the only person around here that does something like that, you know what I mean? Invite people into your house for, every year. Let the kids come through, Christmas.
I think the house is beautiful. I really do. I think they do an awesome job on it.
As the seasons change, it's nice to drive by and see what they've done to the place.
She does a great job. She's she's got a good imagination.
It has a perfect color.
I think I'm gonna go this year because I hear it's very good.
Somebody's got to keep the spirit going, I feel.
Doing 11, 12, 1,300 people is, in that little cape, is something else, because there's no room. It's elbow to elbow.
The kitchen and the counters and the hallways, it's all crammed with, in good taste, so you never feel it's cluttered. It's just that it's a lot of good stuff.
Luckily, I live in Danvers, and I don't live in a condo that you can't hang a flag out. You can't, do any of the things that you want to do. I've lived in places like that, and I've tried to, hang a little flag out. Oh no, that's not part of the thing. So it's great that I own my own house, and if I wanted to hang 100 flags out there, which, for freedom, I just love it that I have the freedom to do all that kind of stuff that I want to do.
It's a tremendous amount of work. It's a tremendous investment of time. It's a tremendous investment of expense. I think it's to accomplish something.
I know she's not crazy. Only knowing her that she's not crazy, but knowing that this is wild. Wild meaning all the work that she doesn't have to do. Nobody's holding a gun to her head.
Well, I mean, a lot of people say I'm nuts, but, you know, I know I'm nuts, but I like it. So, you know, if it's making me happy and it's making most people happy, I don't see anything wrong with it.
I think she brings a lot. I think people look forward to it.
I think what motivates her is, I think, a combination of a big heart and a lot of energy.
Because people send her notes, call her on the telephone, and send cards.
But I think she gets a lot out of satisfaction from accomplishing something and doing it well.
She's always helped like families and forgiving spirit. She's always like, you know, given her time to charities, and I've never known somebody to, you know, never want anything in return, but always give.
It's all about my father. You know, I'm trying to do what he has done, always done for me.
She calls me in the morning, give me a break. How you doing, Dad? How are you? And whatever. I mean, I'm watching that phone, I almost make it ring.
My father's pretty proud of me. I think so.
9/11, Karen worked that morning.
In fact, I was sitting talking to the couple of the girls that went on Flight 11 that morning. Of course, during the flight, we found out, you know, what was happening. And then when we get off and we find out, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I was just talking to them.
Her friends, John Ogonowski, the pilot, I knew John. Peggy, his wife, she's a flight attendant.
And of course, one of the girls, Karen, was from Danvers also.
But as bad as that day was, it was horrific for them people.
So since September 11th, I have this flag that's painted on my one fingernail, just one. You know, what great people they were.
Life is going to pass you by if you don't know Karen, you know what I mean?
I don't really even think of Karen as a friend. I think of her as family, as a sister. I'm originally from Wichita, Kansas, and I don't have family up here. And Karen is the type of person who would give her shirt for you. I mean, if I were to ever need anything, she would be there for me.
And I'm overwhelmed with her every day. Every day is another big time special day.
I did a poem. I like poetry, you know, it's corny or not, but I tried to pick up all the detail of what I saw, and she seemed pleased with it, and that's how it all gets going. Just a little cottage on a crowded and busy street. For at Christmas time, it's brightly lighted, both inside and out, done in such detail, it's a labor of love, of that there is no doubt. The whole creation pleases and tends to inspire. Done by Karen McCarthy and her father Bill, with a lot of thought and effort, in fact, sheer will. To cap it all off was a congenial and attractive hostess Karen, enjoying the visitors with whom her home she was sharing. Pleasant and smiling, dressed in red poinsettias and greens on black, letting everyone know they were all welcome back. Each holiday of the year, she does the same thing, decorating appropriately, winter and summer, fall and spring. Her fertile imagination is all she needs for a reason to make this a cottage for all seasons. The work and expense that is put into this endeavor is rewarded by the appreciation of the many to whom she gives pleasure. And when I say many, Bill counted everyone in line, and believe it or not, it came to 1,289.